Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, with some ends to weave in. So yeah, I've been putting this off again. So we have a couple to trim here. These ones are looking pretty good. Let's make sure nothing's going through on the other side because I think I was having a problem with that where I was trying to put orange through and it was coming out in spots it shouldn't have. But I think these are where I wanted those. Yeah, those are right. Those are good. So we're just going to take that. Yeah, that seems right. So I don't know. I don't know. It seems a little odd. But those are stitches. So that, no, maybe they're not. Huh. Oh, I guess we're going to do some investigating on this one. Anyways, super glad you're here. Let's get rolling. Okay. After a little thought and so forth and so forth, even if I have gone through on this side with the orange, I kind of like it. Like this one doesn't have as much orange around it for him, which is great. But I mean, uh, the reds are slightly different. So it's like a different part of the day. They're not exactly the same time, but they're kind of like you turn, you look, one's this way, the one's that way. It's not a big deal. I think it's just fine. So if I did go through with a little bit of the hiding of my yarn, but it doesn't look like it. It really looks like this is where that stuff was supposed to be. So I'm just going to leave it as is. So we're just gonna put a little yarn on here. And I'm just going to try my best to weave it in and out because I do plan on using my fabric glue. I have found some like Singer brand fabric glue, so I may decide to try that, being that, Singer is a very reputable company, being that I have a Singer sewing machine. They're usually pretty on top of the whole sewing and material type world. So, I mean, if I'm going to trust a company to be easily worn and not be a crusty mess, then maybe that's the way I should go. I mean, this is going to be on the inside of a pillowcase, because that's what I'm doing. I'm building a pillow and we are going to seal it. So once I get the pillow made, the pillow is going inside and it's going to stay there until this starts to disintegrate or fall apart or whatever happens to it. If I get a good like 5, 6 years out of it, that'll be cool. If I don't, then I don't. I used some scrap yarns for a lot of this and some of the dollar store stuff. So, I mean, it could go either way. I have a feeling it's going to be very comfortable. And once I wash it, it's going to have a really nice feel to it. Right now, it's a little stiff because my stitches were so tight, which sounds about right for me. I seem to have the tendency to do some pretty tight stitching for the most part, unless my wrist was really bad. That time period when my wrist was really, really injured, my crochet was not as tight. You can definitely tell something was going on with my tensions. So I'm going to just go in and out, in and out. We're going to go through there and probably under there. So I'm trying to make sure that I'm not going to be visible on the front. I'm trying to keep it to this back loops here, behind the scenes. But I'd really like this project to be on the couch and off my list. I'd like the bag back. and to add the yarn back into the rotation of things that can be used for whatever I want. Because, yeah, I just like to know what is available to me out of my stash. My lovely, lovely stash. Yeah, not a mustache. I think I might be getting one of those. That'd be fun. I do have some bleach to take care of that, so decisions on whether I want to try it or not. There we go. And it's probably just me seeing it because, my eyes are playing tricks on me all the time. So I'm told that I will be getting a cataract for sure. And of course, I'm just like, okay. So I've heard from a lot of people who've had cataract surgery, a lot of older people, telling me how great and easy it was and it's low risk, low this. And then this week, I'm hearing a couple horror stories of things going wrong with cataract surgery. One person passing away because the doctors were playing music bingo while operating, which seems like a crazy time to be doing that. I feel like that's not the time to be doing that when you have a patient on the table, but nothing I can do about it. But it is an awful idea that, you go in expecting to be cared for and having something like that. And yes, I get that they're human and all that kind of stuff, but still, that's really something you do after or before, not during. Just thinking, you know, I guess the patient did not make it, which is quite tragic. And then somebody in our area went in for cataract surgery, and it turned out this person had a pre-existing disease that they weren't aware of, and part of their eye like dissolved or something along that line. Like that just made me just what? So it turned into reconstructive surgery. The person is fine and their eye was saved, but still, that would be frightening because I'm pretty sure you're awake when they do that. Oh gosh. Okay, that's just. Whew. I'm good with most gross things, but eyes are not my favorite thing. I just could never. But these things have got me thinking, right? Like, oh my gosh, really? I supposedly am gonna have to do that at some point, and I'm just not excited about it. And I'm just like, oh, I finally got myself calm, thinking, people are telling me how their experiences went, and they were lovely, easy to deal with, easy healing. And now I see those, and now I'm a little nervous again. That kind of stuff is fun, but weaving in the ends is not as painful. So I'm just gonna put that guy in there. So I'm gonna take these ends that you see me leaving, and I find that these ends end up unraveling at some point. So I'm thinking about just gluing them with the fabric glue because I really want to see if that's going to keep them together. I don't think they're going to come out. I've got them pretty good. Weaving them up and in and under and through and then back around. Trying to make it a very difficult time for the yarn to find its way out if that were the case. And that's the best we can do, right? We can't do much more than that. So we're just going to go this way against where it ended. So yeah, if the end is hanging out here, I'm going to go back that way right away. I'm going to go back the other way, usually through or near where it was coming through. There we go. See, it's not coming through on the other side. That's what I wanted to check because I would have had something over here, which I did last time and I had to pull it out. That I didn't want in the black. That's for sure. But on the outside around it, a little orange peeks through. I think it gives it a little more fire and dimension to the picture because sunsets are beautiful and wild. They're not symmetrical. They're not anything. Like if there's something like an object in front of the sun, it's not going to be perfectly this. It's not going to have your colors reflecting like that. It's going to be all over, which is why it's so beautiful and breathtaking because it is absolutely amazing and very, very chaotic, but in the best kind of way. Do, do, do. And of course, I'm not sure if you're understanding what I'm saying or what I'm trying to get at, but that's okay. That's okay. Just random, peaceful thoughts about sunsets. All right, we're getting pretty good on this one. This one I've only got a little bit more to do because a lot of it was up in here in the antlers. There was a lot of color switching, and I had to cut and cut and cut. And that's why we have to do this way because I'm not carrying it down through the yellow. I'm not bringing black through the yellow. That would be really, really foolish. It ends up showing pretty easily. Like even the orange through the yellow was a pretty risky move in a few spots I found. I still did the orange, but I can see, and not necessarily anyone else, but I can see where I carried the yarn. I'm not 100% sure if I love it or not. Sorry if I'm off camera again. Just looked down and realized that I'm probably off camera a little bit, but at least you got to see my handsome hunter over there. There you go. Hopefully most of my video I was on. It's just hard to see the camera sometimes, being how close it is to my face, because I put it like right in front of my chin. So it's a bit of an effort to look at it. All right, so we're going in and under, over. I'm trying to be very, very careful that I'm only going through the back bit. Because if you go through the front, it will show on the front. And quite frankly, it's not a spot I would be okay with that. A little orange on the edging, fine. Orange in the black makes absolutely no sense. Because the it's a shadow. It's not like it's a solid shadow because it's backlit. The light's behind it. So around it, yeah, sure, there'll be lots of oranges. Through it, though, no, it's a solid piece of animal. Honestly, it's a big buck. Big, handsome buck with his beautiful horns standing majestically in the sunset because that's one of my husband's favorite parts of that game is the hunting. He thinks it's great. He would not hunt in real life, but he likes doing it in his games. So good for him. Good for him. Not everybody's meant to do these kind of things, and if you're into it, awesome. That is a very interesting thing to be doing, being that how much patience and how smart, like you really have. What are the words I'm trying to say? Okay. When you're hunting, you need patience. You need to be one with nature. You have to be quiet and zen. I mean, you can't be sitting there listening to some hard rock and drinking your beers like you could, but you probably will not catch a single thing. So yeah, fishing too, that's another one. Where a lot of it is just waiting. Waiting for the moment to happen. And I don't know. I don't know. Definitely have to have some patience to do that. And go, and we're just gonna put that through. And that's not going very well because unfortunately this orange is fairly older. I've had this orange for a good 10 years or more. Hard to say. I think my mom got it out of her stash, and I don't know how long she had it before I did. But it is a great orange for this. It's a red heart. Super saver, but I really like this shade. I'm going to use an orange. It's probably going to be something like this. I think this one's called Pumpkin, but it's a great color. Like it is orangey. Ah, good. Nothing coming through on the black, which is what I was hoping. How handsome is there? See, there's a spot. I found one. I don't like that. Can I maybe bury that a little? Probably not. It's not looking too good, so I'm probably gonna have to pull. And I don't know if that's from me or if that was a stitch that was intentionally put there. No, that's not intentionally put there. There's no way. No way. I'm just gonna pull that a little tighter. And probably this bit here. See if I can. There we go. That is so much better. Now I can't see it. Now I can't see it at all. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Okay. So yeah, it's all trial by error. You're flipping back and forth, figuring out your best route. This one I can be a little loosey because it's black on black. So if it comes out on the other end, on the front side, who's gonna see it? Nobody. It's impossible to see it. Black on black is really very forgiving, but orange on black, nope, nope, nope. That you definitely see. So we're gonna get this in here. Go. And I don't know which black this one was. I had a few different blacks, just like leftovers this, leftovers that. So I mean, it's not like it's not uniform. I mean, my reds are completely crazy. But you know what? I think that's gonna be fine. I don't see it being a problem. Here we go. I'm going to try to get that through. But they are getting so weird on the ends, which is what's going to happen sometimes. There we go. So I'll be able to glue that down. That is good there. That's good there. And then I'm going to do this orange one. Okay. So we're getting there. See, this whole end is almost completely good. And then just a little bit in this corner, and I believe a tiny bit down on the ends here. And this one's going to be pretty darn finished, which is great. So one side will be ready for sewing and gluing and all that good stuff very shortly. Anyhow, thanks for joining me here today at All the Crackers in the Box. And we'll see you again very soon. Bye.